consult career experts. That could be writers of books about careers. That could be your teachers. That could be people who come to talk to you like us. You consult them. Sawa. Are we together? Why do you need a career? Why do you need a career? Do you think a career is necessary? Yeah? Ama you could be in a position to say, I think where I come from, my parents are well off, they're well to do, I don't need a career. I think I'm okay, I'm home and dry. Do you think there's a need for a career? Yeah? Is there a need? Is there a need? Yes, very, very important. There's a need for career. One of the needs for the career is for you to discover or to know your purpose in life. Purpose, reason of existence. Like now, purpose, I believe, is the very purpose drives. That's why you come here. That's why you are an administrator. That's why you are a teacher. Purpose drives you. Are we together? I came here because of purpose. So you need to discover your purpose in life. There is no one here who is a biological accident. Okay? Everyone here has got what? Purpose. Sawa? Yeah. Hey, ask your friend, what is your purpose in life? And you know that question is not easy to answer. It's not easy. Purpose. Kusudi la maisha, sindio? And I'm not talking about even performance in class. It could be the first one in that class or the last one. But the real thing is, all of us here have got a purpose in life. Number two, you need a career so that you discover and develop yourself more. Discover and develop yourself more. The more you do the more you engage in your career, the more you get to know what you can do even better. Life is a journey, not a destination. You keep on knowing yourself. For your information, somebody like Mr. Moody at the back there are things he can discover at his age. Like he can retire as a teacher, then he decides to become a governor of his county. They would have shifted from being a teacher to a politician. Yeah. Because in America, when are people becoming presidents? Look at it. Like when did Donald Trump become president? At age 70. Yeah. When did Joe Biden become president? 77. So at 77, a person is still very energetic. So you can keep on discovering yourself. Why do you need a career? To provide skilled labor. We need skilled doctors. Where are the skilled doctors in future? Skilled lawyers, skilled teachers, nursery school teacher, primary school teacher, high school teacher, university lecturer. Wow. Mtaikuwa walimu. Yeah? Mtaikuwa walimu. Mnataka kuwa? Yeah? Why do you need a career? To provide skilled labor. Why do you need a career? To solve societal problems. Which problem does a nurse solve? A nurse can solve problem then? The problem of sickness. What about a teacher? The problem of ignorance. When some people don't know something, but now you know them. Okay? Yeah. Solving societal problems. Why do you need a career? In order to take a decent living. Take a decent living. Of E-K-E. A decent living. E-K-E. You want to live in a good house. You want to drive a good car. You want to live a lifestyle that is good in your own making as a person who has become successful. Why do you need a career? To create wealth. For you to create wealth, you don't need to be corrupt. You don't need to steal. You don't need to lie. You just need to find a career and develop the career. How many want to create their own wealth? even apart from what their parents have done. I know some of our parents have really done it and even have inheritance perhaps, but you also need to do more. Yes, need to do more. I want us to look at myths and misconceptions about career. Myths and misconceptions. Connecting it to pitfalls, traps in career, or platforms which all have to do with the traps. So a myth is a belief which is not true. Like you've heard people saying, you know, girls should not play football, they can develop twisted legs. But you have girls who play football at very high level, isn't it? Which other myth have you heard of? Which other myth? A belief which is not true. Any myth? Yes. Girls cannot play rugby. Any myth? Any myth? Any myth? Any myth? Yes. Women only belong in the kitchen. That's a lie because we have had women who have scaled heights. Any other myth, you know? Belief which is not true. Yes. Boys can't cook. Is it a myth or it's true? It's a myth. You can cook. If you are told to cook, you cook. If not cook ugali instead of porridge and porridge instead of ugali. Boys are better than girls. That's a myth. Let me give you some myths on career. Would you want to hear some myths about careers? Yes. There are men's jobs and women's jobs. That's a myth. Yes. Like now, a police officer who is a man and the other one is a woman, when they are shooting a gun, which one comes out stronger? The bullet that comes out stronger is which one? The woman or the man? A car driven by a man and the one driven by a woman, which one is driven well? The issue here is not about the car or the person, it's about the driving skills. Yes, so a CEO who is a woman and a CEO who is a man, they are all the same. It depends on now the leadership skills they put into their what? Management. Yes, very important. Number two, talent is more important than career. Talent. You can be a talented footballer, you can be a talented singer, but you need education. You need a career. There is a story of a Kenyan footballer who shined in football from high school. Then the national team took him. I went to play for Harambee Stars. Okay. Then a Premier League I think in France decided to come for him. He went to play there. He played, and at some point the contract ended. He came back to Kenya. Now, when somebody plays at that level, we expect the person to be in another level, of course. When he came back to Kenya, he began playing for local leagues like Gor Mahia, like FC Leopard, any other local league. Yeah. And because he did not have proper education, this guy could not even become an ambassador of things like, you know, Coca-Cola, SportPesa, because you can't become an ambassador of those things just because you are talented. But there's a level when you get to, you want to expect something from you. Like now, where the level of principal has reached, Mukiskia, he has retired and is teaching a certain nursery school somewhere. Okay, he's still a teacher, he's still a teacher. But how would you take it? How would you take it? He loves his job. He's saying he loves his job. Can I give you another myth? My parents know what I'm best fitted for. My parents know what I'm best fitted for. You know, when it comes to career, there should be a conviction. What is your heart telling you? Where is your heart driving you to? So I am not saying that parents are not important and teachers and people like us, but Deep within you, you must have an idea of what you want to become. Parents cannot decide for you. You must take charge. Are we together?
Yeah.
Are we together?
Yeah.
Now, some of our parents make career decisions based on also hearsays and myths. They do not know a lot. I'm not saying all our parents are not knowing these things. Some of our parents are very knowledgeable. They even do these things. They are widely read, they're widely exposed, they know these things. But I'm trying to say that deep within you, you must know what you want. Are we together? Are we together?
Yeah.
I lived with a grandfather who believed that anyone who performs well in school becomes a doctor. But deep within me, I knew medicine was not for me. Okay? Are we together? Your parents is insisting that you're supposed to become a doctor, but you can't withstand being in a hospital. You can't deal with sick people. You can't withstand the presence of blood. In the School of Medicine, the first unit will be called human anatomy. You know what you use as a specimen? A cadaver or a corpse, a dead body. So would you withstand that? So what you're wired for means a lot, and we shall get into that. So,
Yeah.
so parents cannot decide for you. You must also have what you want. So, formal education is not important. That's a myth. Formal education is important. Going to school, even without a job, is important. School is important. And go to school up to any level you can afford. Are we together? Yeah, so you can't say that mimi nikimaliza shule I'm going to manage the businesses of my father or my mother. I believe if you go to the university, you can become a better manager. To be well, yes. How I wish that, of course, your parents maybe have a lot of wealth you need to take care of. Why don't you go to the university and study and how to take care of that? You'll become a better manager than someone who finishes school here and then says, I don't want to proceed any part. Can I give you another myth? Another myth. Another myth would be formal employment is a curse. Formal employment is a curse. Back to that book called the Cash Flow Quadrant, the guy talks about the four. He says you can be employed, you can be self-employed, you can start a business, and you can be an investor. Would you make that? Just draw it. Draw a circle, then you divide it into 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is E, employment. Just draw someone's head, especially the head of the one who is talking. Now, E, then SE, self-employment. Yeah, that's what self-employment. Then under E, give it big business or system. Just put a slash and then S. System. Then the other side, investment I. So the argument of Robert Kiyosaki is that you can be employed. You can also be self-employed. You can also start a business or a system. Business means, or system means, it is something that can run even when you're not there. Like now, being self-employed as a speaker is not a business, it's not a system. Because a system is something that can work even when you're not there. Are we together?
Yes.
So if you're running a restaurant where you sit on a very long chair so that you see what is happening in the restaurant, that's not a business. That's not a system. Because when you're not there, wataiba, sindio? Watakuibia. So a system is something that can run even when you're not there. It runs. Like now, this is a system. The directors must not be here, but things run. There are systems put in place. Then there is the investment, which I believe some of you really understand. So, formal employment is not a curse because we are wired differently. Some of us here will be employed forever. Some will be able to venture into self-employment and business, which means they are going to be entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, they're going to solve problems by starting businesses and all that. Very, very important. Umeshika hiyo? let's consider the factors. Let's look at the factors to consider when you think about your career. Factors. You don't just get into a career blindly. You must consider these factors. Number one, the factor of knowledge. Knowledge. Never get to a career without knowledge. I want you to tell your friend, ignorance is a disease. Knowledge is medicine. Yes. So when you read the Bible also underscores the essence of knowledge. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And I want you to go and read also Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13. My people are sent into captivity because of lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. You want to read for them?
There's another one. Proverbs 9 says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom.
Proverbs
9 verse 10.
Yes. Now, how many have seen this book called The Jewish Phenomenon? Jewish Phenomenon. It is written by someone called Stephen Silbiger. The Jewish Phenomenon is a book you should read. It talks about why the Jews in America, they form a very small percentage of people in America. The country where my uncle was the 44th president, Obama. You should know him. Obama is my uncle because we all come from CIA. And Mama Sarah Obama, the grandmother to Obama, was the friend of the churchmate of my grandmother. There's an article I've written there about Mama Sarah Obama when she died. Somebody has it. After I make a picture, a nation place the photo of Mama Sarah Obama. Okay, away from Obama, I'm saying Stephen Silbiger explains why the Jews in America, they form, is it 2% of the population of America? But they are the guys who own businesses there. They're the ones who own top law firms. They're the ones who have won Nobel Prize. The number of Americans who have won Nobel Prize, most of them are of Jewish origin. For your information, even Donald Trump, the 45th president, has a Jewish origin. He's a Jew. That's why you saw what they were doing in Israel. Together with his friend, his running mate, Mike Pence. Yeah. Now, what are they saying? They're talking about the 7 secrets to enduring wealth of a people. And one of those secrets is these Jews in America understand that real wealth is portable. It is knowledge. Not sitting upright. I'm sure everyone is sitting upright. Nimechoka sana. Walikuwa wanalima jana usiku. Kuna shamba ya kulima usiku. I'm talking literally, I'm not talking about, it's not deep. Literally speaking. Now, real wealth is portable. It is knowledge. Now, a good example is Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was a top physicist and mathematician who came up with what we call the law of relativity. They are saying that that is what ushered in atomic age. What were physics? It ushered in the atomic age. Now they are saying that Albert Einstein thought about this when he was 16 years old. 16. Alikuwa ameanza kufikiria kuhusu the law of relativity. How old are you? What are you thinking about at your age? Yeah? Raising up family, which family? Knowledge. Number 2, passion. Factor number 2, passion. Passion, I said, is when what you do is what you love, and what you love is what you do. What you do is what you love, and what you love is what you do. Come on, in teaching, your passion. If it is the writing, your passion. Okay? Engineering, passion. Law, passion. Because whatever you're going to pick to do, you will do it the rest of your life. So is it your passion? Are you passionate about it? How many have discovered they are passionate yet so far? Yeah, what they are passionate about. Good. Number 3, values. Values. What do you value? If you value beauty, you work where people celebrate beauty. If you value honesty, you never work where people are dishonest. If you value creativity, you'll work where people go for what you call novelty, new things and all that. If you value God and you value the things of God, you will not go to a place where God is not valued. Yes. Very, very important. Now, your school has core values. Do you know any core value in your school? Do you know your core values? Yeah? Like which one? What's the core? Success is the core value of this school. Any other? This school has how many core values? Yeah. This school, I believe, has a mission statement, vision statement, motto, core values. Okay, I come up with your values. Can you at least write 5 things you value yourself? Right there, 5 things. 5 things you value. 5 things, Adika. 5 things, 5 things, 5 things. Like for me, I value excellence. I value consistency. I value grace. I value professionalism. What do you value? Walim, what are your values? He values hard work, industry. He values hard work. Who would be ready to share with us his or her values? Core values? Mungai, what do you value? Integrity. What else? Professionalism. Eh? Humility. Wow. Hey, what do you value? Stand up and tell us what you value. Resistance, creativity, and faith. Wow. Umesoma haraka sana kwa somo pole hata tusomea yake. Intelligence, resilience, persistence, creativity, and faith. Wow. Hey, what do you value?
Honesty, respect, excellence, hard work, and trust.
Can we get this side also? Values this side. Values this side. What do you value this side? Yes, yes, my friend there. What do you value? Stand up and read for us what you value. You value discipline, correct? Honesty, consistency, yeah, hard work, good. A gentleman from this side. Do you have men this side? Can we get a man from this side? Yes, yes. Read for us. Wow, the guy even values wisdom. Yani, he doesn't want to be otherwise. He wants to be wise. Kuna watu who are otherwise. They are not wise. I have the back there. You want to read for us? Yes. Humility. Wow. I like the pronunciation. Kuna watu hawajashika kitu. Watu wa kung'oa hawajashika kitu. Another factor we need to consider. Oh, you want? We are locking you out. Okay. Another factor is marketability. Marketability can be seen from 2 angles. There is the angle of the marketable career. The career is marketable, and there is the angle of you being marketable. Are we together? Yes. Like now, if I choose to become an archaeologist, do you know what you call archaeology? Yeah? Yes. Now the question is, where do archaeologists work today? Archaeological sites,
Yeah.
like Dubai Gorge,
Yeah.
Ologesaile, Hyrax Hill, they still work there. Now, be very keen, be very keen. There are even universities that have created some courses simply because they want to make money. So you find a course like computer engineering is broken down or Strathmore. Are we together? Remember, you have just done a unit, not a course, just a unit. Munanipata?
Yeah.
That's why knowledge is very important. Knowledge is very important. So marketability of the course. Will you get a job? There's nothing like just doing a course for the sake of it, that when you go back to where you stay, the village you come from, or the plot, or the estate where you come from, unasema wewe ni daktari, you are an engineer. That's good, but can it give you a job? Can it make? Can you apply it? Sio vitisho. Are you getting me? Very important, and that's why there are some courses that are very good. Like you do nursing, hawezi kosa kazi. That's obvious. Yes. Give me other courses. Teaching. Accounting. There are no marketable careers, but they are marketable people. It contradicts marketable people. How many want to be journalists? My friend here wants to be journalist. You want to be a journalist? Any other person? Now you don't become a journalist by going to Daystar or University of Nairobi and having that certificate in that degree, that master, everything in journalism. After you train as a journalist, you'll be called for what you call auditions. Auditions. Like now, Royal Media Services has auditions, or Standard Media Group, or Nation Media Group. So the cameras are the way they are here. Now, can you do your thing? Now these are news. Can you read? Would you read the news?
Yeah.
Would you go through? Would you sail through? Would you get the job? Marketability. Another factor, availability of resources. Some of your parents would not want to take you to, would not wish for you to wait even for the government placement. Well, ukipata results, they take you to Strathmore, they take you to USIU. Unafikiria ukifika USIU ati sasa umeshafika America. USIU, just like some people who are in the other system, who wanafikiria wamefika Britain, ndio? Now, on a light note, I'm not saying it. On a light note. Now, which factor are we discussing? Availability of resources. How many have heard about a course called military science? Military science. Do we have any university or any college that offers it in Kenya? We don't have. So, iko maju. Now, for you to go and do the course, it means your dad must have, or your mom, or the person who takes care of you must have the resources. So some of the things we want to do maybe in the future will depend on what we can afford. Yes. If your mom wants to take you to a private university, some private universities are very expensive. The courses are very expensive. Your mom may even want to take you to go and study medicine in Russia. That means there must be resources. So it's not just about pushing your mom, maybe nataka kwenda kusoma maju. The question is, are the resources available? Are they available? I know some of us, it's not a challenge. The resources are there. Higher. Number 6, study abroad opportunities and scholarship. Study abroad and scholarship opportunities. How many would want to go and study abroad? America,